Horsepower-wise, the Beamer makes the most with 169 horses of the crank. It also cranks out the highest torque at 114 Nm. The S1000R continues to dominate, weighing 199 kilos, the lightest in this group. With the most power and the lowest weight, it's no surprise that the Beamer comes out on top in power-to-weight ratio, while the Suzuki is at the opposite end, always coming in last. All four bikes are powered by a 1000cc inline-4 engine, but the MT is the only one featuring a cross-plane crank, while the others use a conventional 180 degrees flat-plane crank. Their power output is directly proportional to how over-square their engines are. The GSX-S has the least over-square layout, followed by the Hornet and MT-10. Then the Beamer, which has the biggest power output, features the most over-square engine. On top of that, it boasts the highest compression ratio. As for the valve train, all four use a conventional double overhead cam setup with 4 valves per cylinder, so unlike their superbike counterparts. The Suzuki and the Beamer don't feature variable valve timing, no SRVVD for the GSX-S, and no shift cam for the S1000. For transmission, they all come with a 6-speed gearbox with a slip-and-assist clutch. In terms of electronics, the GSX-S comes in last with pretty bare-bones tech. It lacks an IMU, so its rider aids are very basic, offering only ride-by-wire, ride modes, traction control, and a quick shifter. Plus, it's the only one still using an LCD display. The Hornet isn't much better, but it does have a slight edge over the Suzuki with engine brake control and a TFT display with smartphone connectivity. In second place is the Beamer, which technically offers the most features in this group, but unfortunately, most of its advanced features and rider aids are optional. That leaves the MT-10 as the winner, loaded with their derived electronics and offering the most features as standard. They all feature a perimeter-type frame made of aluminum, except for the Hornet, which uses a steel frame. Up front, they all have fully adjustable upside-down forks, KYB on the MT-10 and GSX-S, Marzocchi on the Beamer, and Show on the Hornet. Then at the rear, they all comes with a fully adjustable shock. However, BMW is the only one offering a semi-active suspension upgrade. As for stopping power, all four come with dual 4-piston radial-mounted calipers. The Hornet's got slightly narrower tires than the others. And when it comes to seat height, the GSX-S and Hornet are pretty similar, while the Beamer and MT sits a bit higher. As for wheelbase, the MT is the shortest. When it comes to price, the Hornet easily takes the win, undercutting all its rivals by over a couple £1,000s. And if you're okay with no Brembo brakes, no lean shock, and 5 horsepower less, there's an even cheaper base Hornet option priced at £8,999. So, which one should you go for? If the budget isn't an issue, the Beamer is the top pick. On paper, it's got the most power, the lightest weight, the most advanced electronics and features if you go for all the add-ons. But of course, that won't come cheap. If you want something that stands out, there's the MT-10. Not only does it have a unique look, but it also has a cross-plane engine that sounds and feels like a V4. Performance-wise, it's not far behind the Beamer. It also comes packed with plenty of features as standard. If you're on a budget, the Hornet gives you the most bang for your buck. It's not the most powerful or the lightest, and it doesn't have a fancy aluminum frame or high-end electronics like the others. But when it's 20 to 30% cheaper than the competition, you really can't complain. Even the higher-spec Hornet SP, with Öhlins shocks and Brembo brakes, is still way cheaper than the others. Then there's the GSX-S, which, on paper, falls behind in performance and features. It used to be the best budget option until Honda dropped the Hornet. For now, we'll just have to wait and see what upgrades Suzuki brings to the GSX next to answer back. What do you think? Which one's the best pick? Let me know in the comments.